This is fish roll. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. I started off by I sieve my flour, I sieve my baking powder, I mix it properly, and I added a pinch of salt to it. Because I'm baking this for children, I added some sugar to it. That's sugar there. All the quantity will be under the caption. I added sugar to it, then I gave it a proper mix. As you can see, anything you add to your flour, just ensure you mix it properly for even mix. Then I went ahead, I added my butter. The butter is actually very cold butter. It was brought out from the refrigerator. I added that to it. Then I mix well. After mixing this, your end product should actually look like a crumbs of bread. That is when you get the dough you desire. So I mix it properly. I give it a thorough mix. Guys, flour is actually rich. It has some nutrients in it. But for this to be really very rich, I added some other things to make it healthier, as I always encourage healthy eating. Guys, as you can see, I mix from the bottom down to the top. I gave it a proper mix. Mix properly, guys. Ensure you mix, and if your bowl is actually too small, you can change the bowl to a bigger one. But to an extent, for now, I feel comfortable using this bowl. So I went ahead, I added some eggs to it. I added egg to this because of the nutritional value egg has. Guys, you know my channel always encourage healthy lifestyle. So I added 3 eggs to this. After that, I mix properly. Everything must be even, guys. Ensure you mix your dough evenly. So I gave it a proper mix. At this point, the bowl was getting uncomfortable. I had to turn it onto the plain surface for easy and proper mix. If you observe here, you see that the dough is almost formed. All you need right now is just little water. All the content, the quantity will be under the caption. Then I added little water to it. Then I formed my dough. Guys, you don't want to overknead this your dough, because when you overknead your dough, you have a hard either meat pie, or because it's the same process when you're baking a meat pie, you use the same dough for it. The only difference is that you won't need to add that much or that quantity of sugar to it. That's the only difference when you're making your meat pie dough, but the process is just the same. Do not overknead your dough, because it's going to make your meat pie or your fish roll hard. So after this, as you can see, it's not firmly kneaded. So after this, I need to keep aside for some minutes. So I put it back in the bowl. Then I brought out my cling film. I covered this. After covering it, I kept in the refrigerator for about 30 to 35 minutes. Then I went ahead, I brought out my ingredients. This is my filling. That's mackerel fish and all the ingredients I will be needing for the filling. I don't need the head of the fish, so I cut it off. Then I put my washed mackerel in the pot. I season it. All the ingredients and the quantity will be under the caption. Then after that, I put that on fire for it to boil. Your meat actually needs about 6 to 8 minutes to boil. So I went ahead, I cut out all my vegetables. I cut it out. As you can see, guys, I will encourage you to get this cutter. It's actually very cheap. I got mine from Amazon. You can get yours from Amazon. It's very cheap. It's less than £10. I got it, and it's so fast. It will give you that cut, that beautiful cut you want. So after that, I had to debone the fish. As you can see, I took my time because like I said earlier, this is made for children. I took my time to take out all the bones in this fish. I took every little and tiny bone out of the fish because children are delicate and you must be careful with them. Even if he's an adult you're making it for, take out your time to debone your fish. And I need that little, as tiny as the season is, I need it for this sauce. So I debone the fish. Mackerel is actually very high in nutrients. It's rich in omega-3. It's high in protein. It contains some vitamins like vitamin B12, vitamins and some mineral, antioxidant property. Mackerel is really rich, guys. So I went ahead, I brought out my pot, I added some vegetable oil to it. That's little vegetable oil, very tiny vegetable oil. After I heat it up a little, I added my chopped onions. After that, I added my pepper to it. The bonnet pepper is actually optional. You can choose not to add bonnet pepper to yours, but as a Nigerian, we love pepper a lot, so I added that to mine. Then I added some salt, I added some seasoning to it, then I added my fish to it. As you can see, guys, follow this process and you will enjoy what you cook. So because I needed to cook a little, I added the seasoning to it, and the seasoning was a bit watery. For it to thicken up, I added my blended crayfish to it. That is it. The filling is ready. Then I allowed that to cool off. As that was cooling off, I brought out my dough. I cut my dough into the exact quantity I want. The accurate quantity I want. It might be more, but it can't be less than this. So I cut it into that accurate quantity. So I started to roll it out. I rolled everything and I fill it up with the filling. Guys, I did this for all of this. As you can see there, I cut it into the sizes I want. Then I roll it out, then I fill it up. After filling, I roll, then I put in a tray. This process was repeated till I finish all the dough. I did everything, I think about 15 times, and I kept in my baking tray. I chose to bake this because it's healthier than frying. For so many reasons. Baking lowers the fat content. Baking helps you retain the nutrients in your food. Baking actually reduces the risk of harmful components like cancerous components. Baking is actually way lot better than frying. So I chose to bake this. I said it earlier, that not the conventional way. So I baked this for about 35 minutes. And that is it. As you can see, it came out nicely. Thanks for watching, guys. Do have a blessed life. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you. Bye.